Добрый день! Сегодня у нас в гостях один из создателей компании Kevvox, Junior Veloso. Hi! Junior, наш первый вопрос будет таков. Как вы заинтересовались 3D-печатью?
Okay, first of all, thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure talking to you. So my interest in 3D printing came, I think, probably around 6 years ago when I was like in some innovation technology, and I saw some videos about FDM machines, and I actually bought one to this DIY kit to have at home. And I was not that happy with the result I have at home. It looked like, oh, it's not so nice. And I tried to do, I started doing some research in terms of technologies and how to get a good printing. So that's why the interest came. And I think it's just fascinating how the whole industry is going and how it's driving and modifying the whole manufacturing business and rapid prototyping. So it's a quite exciting place to be.
Большинство ваших работ сделано с помощью технологии печати DLP. Вы не могли бы рассказать, как она работает? И можно ли вас назвать отцом DLP-печати?
Okay, no, I'm not the father of DLP printing. So actually there are some other inventors and some other companies using similar technology. So why I look at DLP? So DLP is a high technology micro mirror device that created and produced by Texas Instruments. And why I choose this way, it's mainly because it's extremely precise, extremely reliable. And as you know, 3D printing takes a few hours, and sometimes depending on the part that you're going to print, take a few days. So you need a very reliable equipment, very high accuracy and repeatability. And that's what DLP brings to the table. So mainly how it works. So DLP, it's a microchip with millions of micro mirrors that reflect the light. And what we do, we use a photosensible polymer, so which means that it's a liquid that gets harder when it gets some light. It has many types of light sensitive, so which goes from UV to visible light. So it depends on the technology. And so what we do, we manage to use these very tiny mirrors from the microchip to position the light in a very precise portions of the liquid and make the liquid solid in a very microscopic scale. So which means that we build the object in a microscopic scale, just putting light in the very small spots, in the precise spots. So that's how it works. It's very interesting technology, especially because the main advantage of this technology is that having the polymers, you can fill the polymers with different materials and you can have different materials properties, which is a big advantage comparing to the other existing systems that usually you're tied up with only one type of material or one type of mechanical properties, and that's the main benefit.
Junior, а как вы создали свою компанию?
Okay, so we mainly started in a garage, so not really a garage, but a small office at home. So we started working on weekends and start having like some ideas how to really create a printer. So it was just 2 people working part-time as a weekend as a hobby. And then we got some investments to create the business and really go for professional development and really having a company and bringing very professional products to the market.
Скажите, а как вы видите развитие 3D-печати в мире?
It is developing quite fast because now we see the 3D printing entering in different markets, which was not before a few years ago. So there was a big use of 3D printing on rapid prototyping, which was mainly to test the design, to test the future product. Now 3D printing is moving to manufacturing, which is actually use the 3D printing to produce final products to be sold or to be delivered to the end customers. And we see this specifically growing really fast on the dental industry and on the medical industry. So if you see the hearing aid industry is already fully digitalized, it's most of the places are digitalized. So you print the hearing aid that actually goes to the person ear. We see a lot of tractions, for example, personalized earphones. So if you want to have a very specific earphone for your smartphone or iPad to listen some good music, you can pay very expensive to have an earphone specifically for your ears. And it's growing on the dental. It's becoming quite huge in every aspects of many different industries.
Junior, как производитель 3D принтеров, что самое невероятное, что вы напечатали или видели, как печатают на ваших 3D принтерах?
There are, like every day we are surprised with people printing different things and from totally different industries, which goes from a toy from famous industries up to like some very expensive jewelry from very famous brands in Europe. It's hard to say what is the most incredible because it's but there is one specific dragon that is an artist actually from Singapore. So he did an amazing dragon and he printed and I have one at the office and it's so beautiful and it looks so realistic because he painted and it looks really nice. I think this is one of the amazing things that I saw, which was not possible to do in any other thing. So we would need to spend a lot of time doing a sculpture by hand, and it's just amazing how fast it is to have like amazing piece and out of the printer. That's really interesting.
Junior, есть ли у вас планы по выпуску потребительских принтеров или принтеров для других отраслей?
Okay, so we do have plans to release a few new printers. So we are developing some new printers with even a higher precision, a bigger printing area. And we're really looking to different markets, which also includes the consumer. I think so we're going to be launching some new products by the end of this year. And we believe by next year, we're going to be looking seriously on the consumer products. It's still not very explored market, but we believe there is a huge potential, and there is and we see a lot of possibilities of implementing new technologies to bring higher quality and high-end products to the consumers.
Спасибо за просмотр. Продолжение интервью с Junior Veloso вы можете посмотреть во второй части.